Is it really? Hang on. You know, it'd be really nice to play music while I'm doing this, but, yeah, no. Hang on. Alright, I'm gonna guess that this is working. I'm gonna guess. Alright. I know I said we were gonna go to the card shop. We're gonna go for an adventure. I've been dying to do this for a while. So I have it set up where you all are driving with me. Alright. I'm not home. I'm just saying. So, in case y'all are like, where are you at? None of your business. No, I'm kidding. We are on East State Street of Hermitage, Pennsylvania. In front of me is a First National Bank Association. I don't honestly know what they do there. I assume it's banking stuff. That's my best guess. We're going to go downtown. And I don't know how well the internet in this area is. It's not 5G exactly. Well, I mean, some places are. But for the most part, we are a podunk town. We are not Pittsburgh. We are an hour north of Pittsburgh and an hour south of Erie. We're kind of smack dab in the middle. Don't you pull out in front of me. I see you. Anyway. So, in my town, because it's so rural, we actually have a lot going on that most people don't even pay attention to, which is fine. This is the main hub of Lake Hermitage. There's obviously lots of things on the outskirts, but honestly, this is the center. So, I don't want to point directly at the sky here. So, I'm doing my best to keep this thing as steady as I can. We once had a mall. We once had a mall. No more mall. They're tearing it down as I speak. So, no more mall. They say they're going to build something else in its place. It's a very interesting concept. I'd pull in here, but honestly, you know what? I am going to pull in here. Just because. I just want to see. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, giant potholes. And I'm going slow. Yes, this once was our mall, our grandiose Shenango Valley Mall. It is no longer. Everything here is gone. They're tearing it down. Last but not least is JCPenney's, which was evicted by court order. I guess they fought till the end to stay, and they just absolutely refused to leave. And eventually a court said, no, you gotta go. So they cordoned off the place. As you can see, the potholes are many and massive. So we're going to take this slow. Yeah. I mean, honestly, this is the best place to train somebody to drive because you have to go slow. Or at least it was. When they are done tearing this whole Forsaken thing down, once that's complete, then they will have to rebuild a whole bunch of stuff. Their plans, according to, paperwork that we've seen, this is another business plaza that's been left alone, thankfully. But their plans are eventually going to be something to the effect of, well, I guess you guys will find out when it happens. But there is no more mall, no more Shenango Valley. Somebody else has the same idea as me. It's just to look at it. Look at the nostalgics of all the teardown. This place was huge. It was huge. It had everything. Just absolutely everything. No more. Honestly, it's Penny's fault. They drove everybody out to begin with. I mean, a lot of people thought that our city had control over this mall. And, I mean, they couldn't have been more wrong. They didn't, as you can see. La 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 la. Alright. We're gonna go this way. and back out the way we came. Hello, officer. Don't mind me. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just looking. I'm just looking. He really is just looking hard. Like, yo, what are you doing? Like, well, what is everybody else doing? How about you ask that question? I'm going this way, behind you. La, 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 la. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Whoa! Hole in the ground. I hate these things. These things will take your car out without even hesitation. Anyway, alright, let's continue on the adventure. Alright. So, this is, you know, downtown. Like I said. Our first stop is going to be Hillcrest Memorial Park. What is that? It's a cemetery. It's the largest one within view of our own city. There's actually a bigger one. But in this cemetery, you're going to see right away the difference between what you would expect a cemetery to look like. It's honestly the first one I documented. I spent around this time of year, actually, documenting a lot of the plots. And because they're systematically, like, laid out, it was easy to just zigzag through them. I didn't miss a single one. Even if somebody already recorded or photographed it, I photographed it again, just because I didn't want to risk missing one. It's yellow. I made it. Y'all saw that. I made it. Anyway. As you can see, the sign says Sharon in Youngstown. We are close to the Ohio border. I mean, I'll take a visit over to Hubbard here in a minute, because I need to get gas anyway. So we can do that. But I thought, it's blue skies and sun. Tomorrow is going to be like 2 inches of ice. It's going to be just awful. I need my vitamin D. You know, you don't even have to be outside for very long. I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes, and then you have enough vitamin D to last you the rest of the day. I'll tell you what, nothing feels greater than actually getting your vitamin D, because as terrible as it sounds when they say, hey, you need your vitamins, they're right. It actually affects your mental health as well if you don't have those things. And I always feel so much better when I'm able to come out. I'm always super, down in the dumps about something. Here we are, we're at Hillcrest. As you can see, there are beautiful flags. Now, I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to stop at one of these flags, because I want to show you something. Let go, let go, let go, let go. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're going to roll this down. Na, 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 na. Alright. Can I zoom in? Can I zoom in? No, I can't zoom in. My phone can zoom in, but I can't zoom in. As you can see, there's a photograph here. This is a newspaper clipping. You know what? No, it's behind me. I can do this. I'm going to pull out. I'm going to get out of my car. Probably going to get beeped at. Hold on. But I just want to show this. Okay. This is one of the first flags. As you can see, there's a lot of them. They symbolize a time where there were some hostages taken in our area. But this is one of them. And of course there are others like this one. And the reason why this one's so important is because of the funeral home over there. And then of course you have these. So almost every single flag has one to honor those who have been passed, yada yada yada. Alright, let's continue. Alright, that lady probably thought I was crazy. Alright, those little boxes right here, they're actually mausoleums, little ones. There's about 6 people that can be held in them. I don't know if I can turn this. I can! Okay, so, like, that one's actually empty, but the one beside it that we just passed, can I turn this the whole way? now. Okay, whatever. Well, could I hit reverse? I can't hit reverse. Alright, so this one obviously has some names. I'm not going to get out because honestly, I don't know if you guys can notice this, but there's 2 ways to get in and out. And if I'm blocking one of them, well, we got a problem. Alright, so let's move on. So these flags go the whole way down. I swear I'm wearing my seatbelt. I swear. I swear. Uh-huh. Yuppie. You see? I am. Anyway. These flags go the whole way down. This thing here in the center. That eagle thing right here. Hold on. We're going to pull over again. La la. Oh, there's a funeral going on. We're not going to look at that. That's the wrong way. Alright. Someone's being buried. And that's not respectful to view somebody's funeral. Oh, please. Don't come this way. Don't come this way. Go the other way. Go the other way. There we go. Okay. Ah, shoot. This is what I mean. Like, I'm going to have to pull over more. Hang on. La. There you go. There. I moved over. See what I mean? Like, there's not too many ways in and out of here. Alright. But I did want to go over this. Okay. So I don't know if you can see the fire. Nobody's coming. Alright. This is what they call the eternal flame. It's really cool. But literally, this flame burns the whole time. Its secret is a propane tank behind those bushes. I'm not going to spend too much time actually looking at a lot of these because I'll put the links on YouTube. But I've already taken the pictures of those things and uploaded them to the main site. As you can see, the flags keep going. The flags keep going because this place, I'm going to back up a little bit because I like literally rode up on the hill here. Like I said, there's not too many places to park, and I'm not going to go near a ongoing funeral. That's rude. Rude. Not going to be rude. Alright, so you notice anything yet? I'm sure you see all the flowers. What you probably don't notice is that there are no stones. Do you know why? Probably not. Well, I'll tell you why. They're recessed into the ground. That's why. This is the one cemetery where they require all stones to be flat. So when I get out up here, which I will show you that these little indents that you see in front of these flowers are actually stones. They're laid flat into the ground, and this poor lady, a lot of people come here to walk their dogs. Like, it's a good place to walk. I gotta admit that. It really is. They've patched up some of the holes. I mean, this place had some nasty holes too. Alright. This lady is walking her dog. We're gonna go around. I'm sorry, lady. Go around, go around, go around. Okay. There we go. Alright. Now, I picked this cemetery first to go through and look at and photograph because there's actually family members in here. Not of my own. I mean, I did actually find some of my own family members here. But mostly my husband's. And actually, that picture I showed you first was of his uncle, Bucky Clark. He used to be a fire chief. He's actually buried right here. This is his spot. So actually, let me go ahead and park it. Hopefully nobody comes up behind me. And I could show you the stones. And I'll use them as an example because, I mean, I know them. So, alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Woo, it's muddy. This is why I also don't really come here that often. Here we go. See? So all the stones are in the ground. His wife is still here. So it's just Bucky, or Andrew, as they called him. That was his real name. They just called him Bucky for, you know, his nickname. And those are actually her parents. So, you know, that happens a lot, where, you know, families will be buried near one another. As you can see, this cemetery goes quite a ways back. And if I want to go in a circle here, I mean, it's all the way back up there to where we came in. We drove all the way over here. Try walking it, it's terrible. I've been so out of breath doing it. And then it goes over here. This is the center section. And then if you follow this little road, it actually wraps the whole way around. And on the other side of the road, over where they are, and that car is, that is, well, the other side of it is another section. And it goes all the way back here. So we're going to go all the way back here. Those buildings over there are not buildings. They are massive mausoleums. So, we'll go there. Hopefully, not step in any more mud. Yeah. Yes, I know my car is a mess. I have children. Get over it. No. Okay. Let's move forward. Get out of people's way. Like I said, there's only one way in and one way out. Might seem like you can get out back here, but you can't. And I'll show you why. Like, I don't have to turn around because there's literally a loop. There's this loop, and then there's this loop over here. It makes it appear like you can leave. Honestly, I don't know why they won't, you know, connect it to the road. Because, as you can see, the road is right there. Like, literally, right there. These are additional stones. Like I said, those are mausoleums over there. And, I mean, there's plenty of folk. There are 16,000 graves. Not 1,600, 16,000. And I have photographed them all. I'm not joking. It took, like, half a year to just... And it's not even just because, like, there's so many. It's the fact that my battery can't last that long. I mean, it's lucky that it's lasting now. I literally have it hooked up to a charger. These are the mausoleums. There's 4 of them. And I'm going to show you, because we're going to get out again. This time we're going to turn off the car and go for a mini walk. Let go! Let go, let go! And I hit my own car. Ha! It's on me. Alright, let's go. Go for a walk. Walk. Alright. I should probably take my keys. Okay. Because knowing me, I lock myself out. Alright. So in this little area where there are more additional flags, as you can see, there are 2 additional graves, which most people don't even notice that they're here, but they are. There's actually a few up here too. You would think that they're just the mausoleums, but they're not. So let's go ahead and take a walk. This area actually was more complicated than the rest of the place. It is not even just because, like, of the mausoleums themselves. It's the fact that the stones are not in the place that you would expect them to be. And again, as you can see, there are leaves everywhere. So this is also why I don't do this hunting to organize things during the wintertime. Or the fall, for that matter. There's too many leaves. I'm digging. Okay, here, example. Here's a stone. Like, why? I don't know why. It's literally in front of the mausoleums. Here's the unique thing about the mausoleums. As you can see from, my car over there, they're not that big, but in person they're quite huge. So they go 6 up and 11 across. Alright. And that's not where they end. There's ones over here on each side. This cube is full of them. And they go down to the bottom here. Some of these numbers actually wear off after a while. I'm so glad when they put them back, because I come back here constantly looking for, and of course my phone's dinging. And some of them have these beautiful pictures on them, which honestly I think is great. Not everybody has this. Most of them are standard. See, this is what I mean. Like, it says 2020 something, but I don't know. Is this person actually gone, or it actually looks like there used to be a number here? It probably fell off. If I had to guess, it's down here somewhere. It's a bummer. But eventually they'll fix it. See, there's 2023 up there. And again, off to the side. And off to the side. Now, these are not graves. These are actually, if you pay attention, the names for some of these people are actually on here. So these are the additional things added for the families. So, yeah, Jaeger. All I ever think about is Aaron Jaeger. Every time I see that one. As you can see, the polished stone is actually really clean. You can see the nice reflection. You've probably seen me a few times in here. And no, I'm not the greatest looking. It is cold. Despite the sun being out, it's quite deceiving. Now, these are, not cremations. Let's just put it that way. Unless you see like 6 or 7 in one spot, there's a coffin in there. These are cremations. They're very small. They're beautiful, though. Honestly. Whenever somebody's documenting these, a lot of times they're just going for the main name, and they're not paying attention to this one. And actually, there's 2. So obviously, both need to be documented. I also find a complication with it is a lot of people will not put 2 days on here. Who wants to see June 1st and June 1st? They just put 1. This also becomes a complication with people who are fighting to adjust. Like, somebody will forget to add. Like, this one's fairly new. And I like the little stickies on here. They're cute. And they're great to memorialize everybody. So, I will come back here. Now that I've already documented this place, I'm afraid to actually walk down there. It's so muddy. I'm going to slip and fall. Knowing my luck, I would too. So let's just take our time and walk back. I haven't found a stone over here, thankfully. There's just these associated with them. So, this is Hillcrest. And like I said, as you can see, the only things that stand up that you can actually see, you can probably see those little white sticks up down there. Those are just for those who haven't had a stone put down yet. Man, I should have brought gloves. It's cold. You know, I'm amazed that the internet's even lasting. I would listen to my music while I was doing this. Alright, I'm gonna slow down this way. Alright. See, that is for somebody who doesn't have a stone quite yet. Now, obviously, it's fallen down. Why? Probably because when they were adding new stones, oh, the sun came out. Yay! I want to get back to my car. Okay. Cold. Oh my goodness. Brr. All right. I wanted to go. My bad. Falling in reverse is my jam. Anyway, so all right. I don't know if you guys could see that pillar or not, but it has some writing on it. There's another larger pillar down here. You know, I think I'll come back here in the summertime and let you guys read it then. I just want to give you guys a small little gist of this place. Okay, we're gonna, next stop. Like I said, I'll put the link in for the cemetery to give you the proper location. It'll be the Find a Grave one. But it has the address attached in case you ever want to visit. There's a lot of people here. There's even one from who had survived Pearl Harbor. I was really excited when I saw that. I was like, wow, because we're in Pennsylvania. So, here comes the truck. Okay, I'm going to move over. Move over for that truck. Alright, dude. Thank you. Moving out of the way. Okay. This place also, here on, I don't want to show it because, I mean, it can be a little sensitive, but there is a section here on my left that is strictly for infants or children. It's so sad. Like, it broke my heart. I hate going over there, and when I see a new pile, it tears me apart. I was like, oh no, not another one. And I just really hope it's like, you know, an older person who's had their life and they just want to go with their children and, you know, who had already been lost. Squirrel! We also have kind of a pet cemetery over here. No joke. Alright, we're coming up on that funeral and I don't want to see that. So we're going to turn. There's a guy walking here. I'm going to try and avoid him at all costs. Smile, smile, smile. Alright, we are going to avoid that. Alright, going to be respectful about this. Alright, now we are turning back to the flags. There are supposed to be 444. Now, one of the other things I wanted to point out was these black towering items, which is information on them. Hang on. Here they are. During the summertime, I will come back and I will look at them directly. I've taken some pictures on the website and I've uploaded them into the Find a Grave, so if you want to see them, please do. There is thousands of names written on them. And actually, they move around the country. We have taken these things and moving them. Moving them. That sounded like poor English. But, as you can see, like, there's stones over here. It goes all the way over there. And these are some of the oldest stones. Up in the front here. You can always tell which ones are the oldest because of the color. Most stones around here are copper. And just like the Statue of Liberty, which is also made of copper, eventually we have an oxidation situation happening where it goes green. So it is, a reaction. So we're going to leave. And we are going to go to the next closest cemetery, which is called Morefield. Now, Morefield is a very interesting cemetery. It is more traditional. It's got the stones. Just give me a minute. There's the sign. As you can see, they kind of do this thing. They actually have names usually on there, but not right now. So, okay. Ow, that kind of snapped right on there, didn't it? Alright. I hate pulling out in the street. I really do. I might go the other way. You know what? I think I might. There's an easier way to get to Morefield, but I don't like crossing this freeway because the way the cars come up. And by the way, the stones go all the way to the road here. Just saying. Like, over here by the Hillcrest side, way down there, is more stones. Right around it, too. I have walked up to the road. I'm sure everybody thinks, like, what are you doing? I've had a lot of people ask me that question. Alright, we're going to start to go the other way. We're going to zag our way back. Just safely. Our town is changing pretty extensively. We've lost a lot of stores, moved a lot of stores. It's not the way it used to be. I mean, what town is, but I mean, this town used to be bustling. We had Kmart, where you see Gabe's over there. We had a Denny's. I love Denny's. And it was 24 hours. So like at 2 a.m. if I was up and I had to work or something, and my husband and his friends wanted to hang out, that's where we went. We went to Denny's. We had a lot of good memories there. Just playing the old magic game, card game. But now Denny's is gone and we have a second Starbucks. Like, go figure. Like, we need another one. Alright. Alright, next one is Morefield. We are gonna, like I said, zigzag backwards. We got the arrow. Move! Move! Okay. There we go. This is Buell Farm Drive. It connects to, well, this town, that town, 3 more towns. I mean, honestly, this will take you from Sharpsville to Farrell to Wheatland. Which Wheatland actually isn't even really considered a city anymore, or a township as it once was. It is now part of Hermitage. They voted last year, or the year before that, I can't remember. Things blur together when things are going on too much. But, yeah. They're controlled by Hermitage now. That was the vote. That's what they decided. I cannot tell you how many accidents happened at this intersection. I have witnessed, like, 2. I was literally, like, almost right here, and a car came flying out of nowhere to my left and hit the pole on my right and clipped the car that would have been right where this little Kia is. It was terrible. But this is also freeway. This is 62. People fly up this road. Nobody cares. Well, the reason why we're going down it is because Morefield is right next to it. You're actually going to see it before we go into the entrance. Because it lines the freeway. Oh my goodness. I had spam calling me. That scared me. Like, who is it? Nobody. Alright. Here's this Morefield. That empty space right over here. You're going to see some stones. But it has a gate, which nobody can get in. So don't know why it's there, but it is. And we are going to pull... The entranceway is actually down here. I'm going to have to turn right. And there's 2 ways in down here. We're going to go through the easiest one. Alright. I'm going to have to fix this thing on my dash. Man, it's supposed to stay still. Alright, anyway. Here is entrance number 1. There's another entrance over there. We'll go through that one later. Alright, so the oldest stones are in the front. I'm going to stop right here. And I'm going to show you guys something. Squirrel! Okay. Yeah. Alright. You see how, like, there's stones up here in the front? And then there's no stones? Do you think that that means that there's nobody there? Because I'm going to tell you what, you'd be wrong. There are people there. They're unburied, you know, or undocumented people. And I don't mean illegal immigrants. Please don't take it that way. That's not what I mean. I mean that once upon a time, people couldn't afford a proper funeral. So they would pay the undertaker of this town, of this cemetery at the time. You know, somebody would come here for a funeral. And they would, like, bury them over here. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, crap, there's a body there already. That they have no idea who it is or how it got there. So I'm not, like, talking like the mob or something burying bodies or something. God forbid that actually happens here. I mean, I guess I shouldn't put it past it, but, you know, it's unlikely. But, you know, this town's poor. We consider more high-end now, but honestly, there are bodies here. A lot of them. See them, and there's no stone for them. So we don't know who they are. The cemetery themselves have no idea, but that is why you don't see any stones over here, because they know that they can't sell these plots, because these plots are already occupied by somebody else that they have no idea who it is. So over here and up there, right between these areas, and of course over here, this is all cemetery land. And you don't see that many plots right here. Honestly, you would think, given that this is the oldest part of the cemetery, you would see plots. But you don't. Alright, so let's continue wandering. Squirrel! I see you, squirrel. Go up the tree. Don't come near me. Hey! Squirrel! Squirrel. There's 2 of them. Oh man, they're fat. Holy cow, they're huge. I see you. Stay there. Okay, he jumped up the tree. Alright, cool. Whew. These are more traditional stones. Now, if you're looking for those beautiful artworks, this is, you know, Morefield's rules, regulations, yada yada. These people are far more... It says don't put plants and stuff like that. Do you know how many plants are around here? A lot. Fall, winter decoration, they clean it up on March 1st. So all of this stuff, on March 1st, they're going to take it. They literally take it and throw it away. I'm not joking. They say no vinyl coverings, but I've seen graves up here with vinyl coverings on them. What a vinyl covering does is it basically covers up the dirt part, so you only... It's like a giant picture. Like, there's a lady up here who passed away, I don't know how. She looked pretty young. But she's got a vinyl covering over hers. So, if you're looking for the more traditional type, you know, artistic type stones, this is the area you would look in. Yeah. This one is one of the families I helped, you know, figure out. They have a lot of family members the whole way down. And a lot of these are actually very difficult to read, I'll tell you that. But this stone itself, it has Susanna and John Eberhart. Their daughter is buried in this tiny little cemetery that I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit, that most people don't even go to because it's so small and it's very difficult to get to. But we're going to do it anyway because I've done it already, so I know what to do. Alright, so we're just going to zip around Morefield a little bit. I have also documented this entire cemetery. There are about 6,000. It actually looks bigger than Hillcrest, just because, but honestly, it's mostly just these big old stones. We have one person who could be labeled as famous in this area, and he was one of the congressmen. We had quite a few storms roll through here, and actually there used to be this big old tree that used to be right here, and it fell, and it tore those graves up. I was worried actually those things would be exposed, but they weren't, thank goodness. As you can see, these are sections. A lot of these cemeteries also have other languages, and I mean, honestly, I thought it was kind of cool. This one in particular, that one that's red over there, it says, you know what? How about I just go ahead and pull over? Hold on. And I'll show you. We have a lot of Dutch in this area. In fact, one of the little cemeteries we're going to look at here in a little bit is a Dutch cemetery. Alright. Hold on. And once again, I'm going to turn the car off. So, section E. So, as you can see, freeways right here that we just came down a little bit ago. But unless you actually know how to translate that, most people will look at that and they would think Spanish, but I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. I know "to" is in Spanish, but it's not Spanish. When you look at this, which one is the name? Can you tell? Because I know it's not the first one. No, those are things that are, this one was fun. I'll tell you what, I had a hard time with this one for the longest time, because literally it was like just trying to figure out, like, is this Russian or Albanian? Like, because they have the different symbols. They're not the typical F or H. It's like a backwards N and an R looking thing. I mean, to me, it's super cool. Obviously 1883 to 1918. And I used to take pictures. I used to come here different times of the day just to get this kind of a view, because half the time I would take pictures if I was doing it halfway through the day and the sun was way up. It would actually cause the shadows to blend with the stone, and then you couldn't read it. I like this one. Can you read it? I'll tell you what, about 4 hours ago, you probably could have. A lot better than this, too, because of the sun against the shadow of the writing. And as you can see, there's a lot of bushes. These are planted by the family. Like that tree is planted by the family. Not this tree. I mean the little one. But there were many like this, where they are just so unique. There's another one over there. And I mean, these are the easier ones to read too. I'll tell you what, it was a pain in the butt for some of these. Like this. Okay? Where are you looking for a name? Do you even know? is the name even on here? I'll tell you what, sometimes it's not. It's on top. Like, can you see the indents? Again, depending on time of day, depends on where the sun is. The newer stones are up here. The cemetery I picked next to, categorize, because this is where my stepchildren's mother is. She's up there. Up there. I'll show you. Alright. Let's go for a ride again. Okay. Up and away. Second new sign. That one's like a year old too. Like a brand new sign. I'm gonna go down this little road. This is that gate that I was showing y'all. As you can see, I can't get out of it. My stepchildren's mother is actually located over here in this area. I'm not going to pinpoint her exactly. For those who know, they know. And that's all who needs to know. But as you can see, the majority of the stones here are more the traditional ones that you see today. They are not the beautiful, like, artistic stone carvings. They're more the simplistic, there's a photograph in some of them, but most of the chiseling happened because of, well, a machine. Let's just be real. As you can see, there's actually a new burial here. That is how I'm able to figure out, like, who's a newbie. I usually am literally looking for the dirt to be overturned. And, I mean, sometimes I've actually taken the picture before, and then I'll move on. But I'll come back here in, like, a few months, and I'll just take pictures to try and collect what I can, to connect other loved ones, particularly for ancestry purposes. I'm not a ghost hunter. I'm not big on that stuff. Actually, that stuff irritates me to no end. I'll tell you what, when somebody's got one of those stupid boxes, like, it's ridiculous. Oh, are you friend or foe? Are you female or male? I mean, frankly, if you were a ghost, do you want to talk to these goobers? Who wants to talk to some random goober who shows up? I don't. I don't know anybody that would. Like, you're busy. Who are you? Go away. If there really is, and I'm not saying there isn't, but I mean, really, if there is an afterlife, like, who wants to talk to some idiot who wants to know if you're friend or foe, and he wants you to beep a light? Frankly, I think my husband would be messing with him. He would just have fun with it. But then, you have to think about, like, well, why are they here? Of all the things, and then there's that whole, maybe they're trapped where they passed away. We're going back here because, honestly, this whole thing wraps around. These plots are for sale on to my left here. But anyway, so imagine you have a loved one who passes away in a hotel. Do you want to think that their spirit is stuck there? Like, why? My stepchildren's mother passed away in a nursing home because she was dying of cancer. I don't want to believe that she's stuck in that nursing home. That's an awful thought. But then they come to these cemeteries, it's like, okay, so because their body is here, is this where their spirit is? Like, what? I don't get it. Like, you can't have it both ways. Are you saying that their spirit followed their bodies, or they're stuck where they died? I mean, obviously they didn't die in the cemetery. They were already gone before they got in here. So what are you looking for? Like, that weirds me out. I like the meme that says, the day I die, you know, and I'm buried, you all have to stay into a cemetery with me, because don't you dare leave me alone with a bunch of people I don't know. There are quite a few, you know, these are more traditional as well. I really like these stones, the ones with all the writing on the back there. Those are family members. Those are the siblings, the children, you know. I would like that. I would like it to say, you know, that I was stepmother to my 3 stepkids, and then, you know, wow, there's a lot of new ones. I'm actually kind of shocked. This is going to be a lot of work this summer. You know, winter is traditionally the time, unfortunately, that people lose their lives. I am going to show you one particular grave just because. This is a friend of mine. When I was in grade school, I should say high school, there was this kid. His name was Wesley Corwin. He was 17 years old. And he was born with a hole in his heart. So he had a heart transplant when he was an infant. And it worked, obviously, because he made it to be about 17. Now, when he was 17, that heart started to fail, unfortunately. And when it started to fail, he needed a new one. But sadly, this one didn't work. And, well, he's here now. So, let's go ahead and turn this off. Let's go for a little walk. Alright. Like I said, there's a new one here. But, you know, we'll deal. So, it's right here. Ooh, the sun came out right at the perfect time too. Beautiful. So this is him, and I'm trying not to put my shadow on it. So as best I can for you all to read. Wesley Stephen Corwin. The reason it looks like this was actually a welding student made this for his family when he passed away, and they chose to use it instead of a traditional block, and simply because, well, he was big on, you know, his friends and his schooling, his, you know, we have a VOTEC program where a lot of people will, you know, go to work on welding or cooking or being a teacher, etc., etc., etc. But this is him, and he is clear over here. Now you might be wondering, who's over there? That is actually considered a separate cemetery. My children are actually saying to me, they just sent me a text message that says pennies fell in. It sounded like the whole thing fell in. Oh. Alright, we're going to take a quick trip back to the fallen down mall. Let's see if they are correct. Alright, let's find out. You got to see it beforehand. My children's school is actually pretty close to the mall itself. Now I can't actually go forward here. I have to go backwards. So we're going to back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Okay. Not that much backing it up. We're not going to dig in the dirt. Okay. Alright. Let's go. Let's go on an adventure to see what's going on. And then actually we'll go to the small cemetery while we're at it. Now this way I can go down. I'm going to show you why I don't really like to go down this way, but I'll do that anyway. I'm going to die. Okay. So, this is a bit of a steep drop. Not as steep as Sharon can be, because our next door neighbor city, Sharon, is a drop. But as you can see, it is quite of a, you know, you don't want to keep going. You're going to jump somewhere. But this curve is a little tight. There are some stones to my left. We are going to try not to hit any ice here. Alright. Cool. We made it. Alright, sweet. Alright. Oh, the holes. Okay. This is other gate that actually does open and shut. And technically I never see it closed anyway. Ever. This is our fire department. Let's go on an adventure. We're gonna turn, we're gonna go. It's green, and it's yellow. I'm not gonna make it. Alright, we're gonna stay here. Okay. Well, you guys saw the size of Penny's. I mean, if it fell in all on its own, wow, that would make a sound, considering it was fully up. Green. Bye, Morefield. We're gonna go through that roundabout thing too, so we go like straight at the mall. Turning, following the red car. Yeah, we're going back the way we came. We're just going a different direction. It'll be alright. Let's see. Can't see it still yet. Starbucks is in the way. Our first Starbucks. Let's see. You know, you'd think that if that whole thing fell, you'd see dust everywhere too. Like, where's the dust? I don't see any dust. Hey, car, you gotta merge. There we go. Coming right at it. It's still there. Man, my kids don't know what they're talking about. It's still right there. Oh my goodness, can I point? Hang on. See, it's right there. Alright, so we're going to go back. We're going to go to that little cemetery that I told you about. The Dutch one. The one that most people don't know is there, but we're going to go anyway. So, we're leaving town, basically, now. Bye, Dunkin' Donuts. Not like I care. I am not a Dunkin' Donuts fan. I don't know if that was clear or not. I should probably put this phone on the charger for a minute. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Alright, heading out of town. Now I gotta tell you, Hermitage doesn't really end for a minute. I'll have to text my kid here in a bit saying, you know, no, Penny's is still right there. I can see it just fine. Yellow light, red light. Oh, man. Ahem. There's actually a little cemetery off of this road too. I might go into that one. I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm afraid to pull into that one when it's so muddy. Just because, you know, I'll get stuck. It's so old, like almost nobody goes in there. The other one is a little bit more secluded, so people won't bug you. But I mean, it's not exactly the greatest either, but we'll see. Alright. It should be enough that I should be able to pull in. It doesn't actually have a place to pull in. It has a different kind of place to pull in. You'll see. So we're leaving town. Anybody see my YouTube clips before? This is that area where that crazy dude is, who has all those signs that are political. He's still here, and I mean, thank God 90% of the signs are down. Like, but at the time, I mean, they were terrible looking. It was this house right here. He still has half the signs up, but at least he took down the ones where he's like scribbled all over them, like F this and F that, because frankly, who cares? Nobody needs to see that. Who was calling me now? Nobody I need to know. Somebody was calling. Don't care. Alright. VFW, Veterans Highway. Alright. People are going to think I'm weird. They're going to have to get over it. I've done this a few times. I'm not real proud of it because, you know, it's one of those things, like, I don't want attention. Especially when I'm working like this. Like, I just concentrate. I'm just showing you guys because, so you guys know. So it's coming up here. I mean, do you see it yet? Probably not. Why? Because it's little. I'm slowing down. We're going downhill. And we are looking. Okay, right here. This little entrance right here is actually not to the cemetery. It is for something else. It is ice. Holy shit, please do not make me fall. Please. Okay. Oh shit. I'm afraid to let go of my brake. Okay. You know, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I shouldn't have parked it right here. Let me try something here. Because I'm nervous right now. I'm so nervous with all this ice right here. Like, ridiculous amounts of ice. Really shouldn't be here. Please. Please. I'm watching my own camera right now. Just because, like, I'm not moving. It's just, there's a lot of ice. I'm just hoping most of it is slush right now. I might actually just park into the church and take a walk. I don't feel comfortable doing it this way. Normally during the summertime, I have pulled in here. I know there's cars behind me. I'm not in the road. Oh my god, it's gonna beep every time a car passes me. I know there are cars. I'm not moving. It's gonna keep doing this. It's gonna beep. every single time. Kind of afraid to back out the way I came in. I'd like to just go down here, and then there's another car. As you can see, this is not the smartest idea. This is why I didn't want to do this at the same time. Like, it made me nervous. Alright, let's see if we could... There's nobody coming. At least not that I see. Alright. Come on, back up, back up, back up. We want to go straight, want to go straight, want to go straight. Alright, cool. Alright. I'm not doing that either. That's dumb. I just saw somebody else's tire tracks. Terrible! Alright, we're gonna park at this church and actually just go for a walk. Because technically, this church is the one that babysits it anyway. So, let's just do that. I feel better doing it this way. La 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 la. But you know, you got to at least see what I was talking about as far as, you know, how this works. There's like a man-made lake here and everything. So let's go ahead. Car. Yeah. Oh, that sucked. Alright. The Masons. Lots of Mason stuff down there. Can you pull down there? Wait. Can you? I'm not gonna. I'm gonna park. Alright, we're going for a walk. This is gonna suck. But